and then I'll do a big hello. And we're live. We're live. James Bond Club Ireland is live to the world, and we've got a few people here in our virtual pub. Welcome everyone. All right, let me do a quick intro. Right, if you don't recognize these faces, then you really can't call yourself a Bond fan at this stage, I would say. So first of all, we got our usual crew. We've got Kev, Andy, and Sean from James Bond Club Ireland. Say hi, boys.
Hello, boys.
Hello. And we've got just a few of the Bond community's most incredible and famous Bond influencers, content creators, podcasters, you name it, they're it. We've got Rob from Really 007. Welcome, Rob. We love Really 007. Big fans. And hello to the rest of the Really 007 crew who are listening in a pub somewhere.
So, great to be here. Thanks so much for having us. I really appreciate it.
It's a pleasure. We've got a certain Calvin Dyson who's dominating the internet with his incredible James Bond videos. Welcome, Calvin.
Hello, cheers. Thank you for having me back on. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, it's a thank you so much. We've got maybe the most Irish person among us, Joseph Darlington. Welcome, Joe.
How's it going, guys? So happy to be here today.
And of course, the one and only David Zaritsky of the Bond Experience. Welcome,
the
David,
least Irish, but the most Irish looking. That's probably it.
We all do good pasty face in this podcast. So yeah, hey, nice to have you all.
Thank you for the wonderful crack that you sent.
Listen, we have crack in abundance. I was actually listening to Cillian Murphy was on the Smartless podcast. Do you ever listen to that one? It's Jason Bateman and Will Arnett and Sean Hayes. And he was like, yeah, I like a bit of crack, like that. I like a bit of crack. And they were like, oh my God, Cillian Murphy likes crack on set. I mean, it never fails to get a laugh, I've always said that I would like to have a bar in New York or Boston and call it the Crack House, but I'm not sure I'd get a license for that. So,
first of all, there's hundreds in New York City already called that.
Really? Oh my God. Okay, not officially. It can't be that I hadn't got an original idea. We're getting tons of messages.
Paul.
The Crack House. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Just the crack.
Just the crack.
Anyway, welcome everyone. We wanted to set up. This is I said it was our first live stream, but in fact it's not, because we did a live stream way back when John, when we did a Live and Let Die kind of book review. That was a live stream which he set up, and I wish I'd read the handbook on how to do it, because I was running around like a headless chicken with Michael trying to figure it out, but we all made it in the end, and people are joining, saying hello, so welcome. We kind of thought this might be like a there seems to be someone knocking on the door wanting to come in. I think it's probably a small boy to wish me happy St. Patrick's Day as well. We yeah, I know. Come on in and say hello. But anyway, what we thought was we would have a little live stream, just to gather together, have a chat, and then some bright egg in the group said, why not invite some friends? And turns out lots of people were eager to join us for a Guinness and a chat and say hello. So thanks. This is really, really fun. So it's going to be kind of a format like a virtual pub. We'll just talk about what we want to do. Kev put together a small James Bond quiz at the end, which some of the questions are so hilariously easy. I feel like wrong answers only should be an option there.
Now, in my defense, I know that we are going to be so far down the glass by the time we probably do get to the quiz. We all need a little bit of help.
Yeah.
So, in my
what was
defense,
that Connery fella's name again? Was it
Connery? That's answer 4. Don't ruin it now, right?
Answer 4. Sorry, that's answer 4.
Leave it.
So let's go around the houses. What are you guys do? What about Calvin? I mean, St. Patrick's Day, does that mean much in the UK? Calvin and Rob, is that much of a thing? It's probably amongst Irish communities, right, somewhere.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It means that the pubs are always going to be full on the day, no matter whether it's a Tuesday, a Monday, whatever it is. It's like the pubs are going to be full. But otherwise, I don't know about you, Rob. Like, it was never like much of a thing. I don't know. I feel like it's almost more of a thing in the US. Like, I remember seeing like St. Patrick's Day themed episodes of American cartoons.
Sorry to cut you off 1 second, Calvin. Is that mute? It does sound like an actual pub in someone's
it's Rob.
audio.
It is, yeah, it's neat. I'm so sorry. I had the bright idea of coming to the pub.
Actually, you are in the pub.
Do you want me to illustrate where I am?
You see it now.
Oh, excellent.
Wait, there's nobody in there. How is there that much noise?
Oh, they're all through
all here.
What was I saying about the pubs always being full?
You've made a liar of Calvin.
How much does it cost?
What I will do is I'll
keep
muting, and then when you want me to throw in, I will unmute. But yeah, this is like one of those famous ideas that has gone like really wrong already. You know, but well, totally agree, Calvin. Like it was a thing where you were like you were made aware of it, and then the pubs would be full. I mean, obviously, I am a Guinness drinker though, and you know, like have been for the majority of what I can remember. So it always held a special niche in my heart. So I'd always be looking to go to the pub on St. Patrick's Day. And there's all sorts of St. Patrick's Day memorabilia that has now been relegated to the garage by Mrs. Parker. So yeah, it's any excuse for me. And a lot of people, we don't really need an excuse to party at times, though, do we? You know, so yeah.
Well, Rob, you must definitely be Irish because you said you've been drinking Guinness for as long as you can remember. So, what's it drinking Guinness for a hell of a long time?
See, there are some unfortunate videos of me as a very small person sneaking tastes of Guinness when I perhaps shouldn't. But it obviously wormed its way into me pretty good, you know.
Brilliant.
Wow.
I love that,
Calvin, you were saying
hired
before...
the entire pub, by the way, Rob. Just want to say, I love that you hired the entire pub for yourself there for tonight. St. Patrick's Day. It's a real good move.
Dedication is what it is. It's dedication.
Really good.
Like the spoiler alert that if I had done, I would definitely have asked for the music to be turned down by now.
Well, it's really like everyone backed Rob's after the live stream. That's really what it looks like. So, Calvin, you were saying before you were made a liar of that... It is popular in some pubs anyway in the UK.
Yeah, in London anyway, it tends to be. Yeah. Actually, I don't know where Rob's calling in from, but in my experience, yeah, it's mostly like the pubs will always be full, even though it's obviously not a bank holiday here. But in Ireland, it is, right? It's like a 2-day bank holiday. Am I right? Like it's like the actual day and then the following day. Oh, even longer.
It's kind of like it's kind of like Black Friday. It gets bigger and bigger every year. You know, it gets a little bit further out. I remember when I was a kid, I would just be taken out to the parade, given a bit of shamrock, and sit there in the freezing cold and get an ice cream afterwards or something. Because it was always cold on St. Patrick's Day. I don't know if that remains true. It was always like that lovely sideways driving rain that we like to get in Ireland. But yeah. The Americans were where we really looked to get, to get sort of the big, exciting drama of it. And we would have parades. A St. Patrick's Day parade was always the thing. And the American bands were always the best because they would be the biggest, the most glamorous. They had girls with short skirts, which when you were, about 9, you were like, what's happening there now, And it was always very kind of glamorous, we'll put it that way. And we've never turned a river green, to my knowledge, but they certainly know how to do it.
It's funny, Paul. They were glamorous, but I can always think of an Irish mammy saying, "Those poor girls are properly frozen with the driving rain and the cold."
God, love them, wouldn't they? Got on a pair of stockings.
It's ironic, though, isn't it, that all the American bands come over here and all our politicians go over there.
That's right. Yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, it gives us an enormous amount of cultural cachet, and I'm not gonna, look a gift horse in the mouth, because everywhere you go, you get a little bit of a bit of a free ride with the Irish cultural cachet. I think it's fair to say, which is there's nothing wrong with that. It's good. Joe and David, what about you guys? When is Darlington coming to Ireland? Demands Tom Ryan.
I had to respond to that one real quick.
So what do you guys do? Do you celebrate St. Patrick's? Is it just a kind of a nice excuse to catch up with your Irish friends, have a pint, that kind of thing?
So I'll let you go first.
I would say all of the above. It's funny. Literally the morning starts with my brothers and my cousins and I texting each other about who's going where today. So I get pictures of all the pubs and the pints sitting on the pubs. My brother and my sister-in-law, they're in Manhattan today at the parade, and all the shenanigans are going after that. So yeah, we again, it's definitely a big deal for us, certainly for my family, certainly for all the Irish in the area. I had it's funny, we were talking about the word crack before, and I was in charge of running the St. Paddy's Day party at my parish, my church parish, 2 Saturdays ago, and I had the word on the screen, something about like enjoy a good crack. I must have had like half a dozen people come to me and say like, what the heck does that mean? So sorry, but so yeah, no, believe me, we love St. Paddy's Day. I absolutely love it.
And yeah, I would say that in my neck of the woods, it's very Norman Rockwell here, sort of situated between Philadelphia and New York. So it's not rural, but there's an actual town. The town starts a week before St. Patrick's Day, without exaggeration. There's an Irish place called the Green Parrot that they have bands every single day, all day today, back to back to back. It's a huge celebration here. Everybody wears green, whether you're Irish or not. It's a big thing. But 99.9% don't even know what it's about. I promise you, they're eating things that you would never eat in Ireland. You know, the corned beef and stuff like that. They're not eating the salmon or the lamb or anything. The worst part is I was 8 years old when I found out St. Patrick was an Englishman that was kidnapped by Irish raiders, brought over to Ireland, escaped, went back because the clergy was calling him. And I see Rob making a face like many people don't even know that St. Patrick was actually an Englishman that went back and forth. And I seriously, I had to find out, like, what is it truly about? It's like a Bond story. It's like a Bond story of going rogue and escapism. And it's what caused you all to drink, I assume.
Yeah. We wouldn't let a fact get in the way of a good story, mind you. Welsh, I think, yes. I think Michael Kerwin has popped in there. I think he's Welsh rather.
By the way, Rob is so
upset
by what I said. He let the pub loose on the.
Turned up the pub.
I'm going for it now.
Turn that shit right up. Oh, sorry.
I'm so sorry. I felt really, really like embarrassed by the amount of beer I'd consumed in the name of this guy, and I had no idea like about any of that stuff. Yeah. Like the shame was consuming me.
And by the way, no snakes. This was a big thing too. I found out there's no indigenous snakes since the Ice Age in Ireland.
Yeah. Damn it, man. You went down a rabbit hole, didn't you, researching your Irish history?
Yeah, look at Calvin.
Nice.
Yeah. I've heard
what's the snake connection with St. Patrick's Day?
You don't know? St. Patrick
I don't.
With a shillelagh, which is basically like the emperor's cane. He chased the snakes out of Ireland after drinking like a barrel of Guinness. This was the whole lore. This is what Joe Darlington tells me. I don't know.
Much like Bond banished Virus Omega, much the same. Patrick got rid of the snakes with his shillelagh staff thing. Yeah. But,
I have to lecture my friend David on
snakes there.
I lecture my friend David on Catholicism once in a while. The way I heard it was
lucky David.
Yes, lucky him. You go to bed. The way I heard it was he didn't actually run out.
You hear his confession
snakes,
as well, Joe.
But David doesn't know anything wrong, so his confessions are very short.
Is it nipple, forehead, chin? How do you do it?
Spectacles, testicles, wallet, and watch.
I heard that he didn't run out actual snakes, but they said that he did bring Christianity into Ireland, or at least very much promoted Christianity in Ireland, and as such drove out a lot of the pagan ideas that had been there before.
Snakes.
So
we snuck back in.
So maybe kind of ritualistic snakes.
You're a pious son of a bitch. Thank you so much for that, Joe.
You're welcome.
So in the spirit of never bringing religion or politics into the conversation, we're breaking all the rules on St. Paddy's Day. Oh yes, and speaking of which, don we now our gay apparel. I must put on the Paddy appropriate.
Oh God.
Is this racist? Is this all right?
Totally, yeah. But it's okay when we do it amongst ourselves, yeah.
Yes.
Look at Calvin looking for a hat. Come on, Calvin.
I was looking for something, but I don't think there is anything appropriate.
I'd have been so impressed if you just pulled something out of the shelf there and went, here it is.
Yeah. Calvin, your penance for not knowing about this is to go back and watch Darby O'Gill 4 times and do a video review. Your another reaction to it.
That's how we should have been commemorating this. We should have been doing a live reaction to Darby O'Gill and the Little People.
Who was the woman?
Who
was the woman in that film? Because Kyle Barbeau sent us a text today, and Joe, you can attest to this, that was like such a desire for him as a child. That woman.
There was a series. You want to talk about hearing confessions? I'll leave it at that.
You'll really leave it at that? I mean, this is a live
Her name is Janet Monroe, and she died very young.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, she was
bitten by an Irish snake, maybe.
Probably, and possibly, yeah. There's that interview Connery did when he was in Edinburgh, and he speaks about her, and he speaks quite fondly about her because he said, you know, poor Janet, she left us too young and stuff like that. But he had a great time making that film with her in Disney in America. But yeah, that's interesting that Kyle had a crush on her. How cute.
It was cute. And by the way, can I ask any gentleman who wants to throw this in, is there a particularly Irish Bond film?
Elliot Pierce's?
There should be. That's what that's our campaign to bring Amazon to Ireland is under the radar, but nevertheless, we keep sort of dropping hints. I mean, look, we now have the first woman lead actress Oscar winner from Ireland in Jessie Buckley. We have Stephen Knight, who has worked hand in hand with Cillian Murphy. I'm not suggesting Cillian should be Bond, but they like Cillian loves Stephen's writing, and obviously they work well together. So I'm hoping for a little bit more Irish talent in Bond 26, but I'm lobbying Amazon because I know they listen religiously to our podcasts to please come to Ireland. There's so much to be exploited there from a filmic perspective. Please support me on this one. Biggest Bond influencers.
Will I get into trouble for a second when I say that actually there was a Bond film partly filmed in Ireland a long time ago?
Casino Royale 67.
Casino Royale 67.
Wow.
He speaks
the
truth.
All that all for me.
So taxi. Finish that drink first before you go anywhere.
Is it extremely tenuous? And I realised I announced myself by the pub suddenly becoming audible to everyone. But there is. I always got like solace from the fact that there's Guinness in Man with a Golden Gun, right?
Yeah,
true that.
Very good.
Yeah,
that's
like next to the Tabasco as well. Guinness and Tabasco, two of my favorite things ever. So that's surely that makes it an official St. Patrick's Day movie, right?
I like that.
You know what's funny?
I think that's also Brosnan's dialect comes out a little bit in some of the Bond films more than others. There's a little bit of an Irish dialect that comes out. Yeah, the world is not enough. He's got something in there. Where it's like, oh wow, that was very Irish.
Yeah. If you go to Navan, there is a strong, and I don't want to offend any Navan listeners. John Kagan, if you're listening, the Navan accent has, if it's a strong one, it can be very distinct. Like, I mean, if he had stayed in Navan and not moved to London, we might have been talking to a James Bond who spoke a bit like that now, you know.
Whoa.
So I'm kind of glad he refined it a bit. It's not that I don't like the Navan accent, but it's very distinct. It's not like and that was probably they'll all be ringing in and go, that was more Drogheda than the Navan.
Oh, is that the gentleman that I had to use the Google Translate mode when I was talking to him? Which one was that?
That's him. That's John. Okay. You were on the podcast with him, the Quantum of Solace podcast. Yeah,
it was beautifully confusing.
It was beautifully confusing. That's my mantra in life. He's a gentleman, though, and he took us on a guided tour of Navan and all the hotspots. And Calvin was good enough to join us for that celebration. I think that was our first pod, was it? Our first pod?
It was indeed. Yeah. No, I loved the little, it was documentary, basically, that was put together where he was, like, touring, around the town and stuff. It was really interesting, sort of seeing where Pierce, grew up, his, upbringing. It was really cool.
Yeah. And he took us to the place where they had given him the freedom of the city and everything like that. It was really good fun. And yeah, and look how we've grown up since, Calvin. Aren't we big boys now? A year into our podcast. But yeah, that was really great. But what have you guys been doing? What are your plans for your Calvin? What are your plans for the next 6 months for more Bond stuff that's coming out? Can you tease anything that you're doing, that you're working on?
Oh, at the moment, I'm quite deep into speaking of Pierce's Irish accent coming out in some of his films. I'm doing a big video on the Everything or Nothing video game, which he obviously did the voice work for his Bond in that, and there were some very sort of noticeable moments in that where his Irish accent slips through. There's a bit where he says, and I won't even attempt to do the accent myself, but he does say to a villain at one point.
We're all friends here, Calvin.
He does say. He does say, didn't anyone ever tell you never to play with fire? And he does fire in that. I can't do it myself.
That's good. That's pretty good.
Like, yeah, it's
rhotic,
so there's lots of moments.
They call the R's. The Irish R is more rhotic than the English one. Yeah, and if you just focus on that, you can't go too far wrong. Yeah.
But it's been fun really diving into that, and then. And then lots of other video stuff, and then I feel like it's all kind of building up to October when there's the big Cue the Music weekend. That weekend has become a bit of sort of like an annual Bond convention, basically. It's David, was it you that coined the term that Bond is a do-it-yourself fandom? I can't remember, but it's it's what it is one of those things where it feels it feels like that Cue the Music weekend has just become this gigantic Bond gathering with people flying in and stuff, and I'm just very lucky because I live in London, so I don't really need to travel all that much for it. But it's so lots but lots to do in the time.
Calvin and I have been, he's being polite, but we've been doing a lot of debating and arguing lately too on video.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Oh,
yes. Yes, we have.
Fisticuffs.
Hints of things to come.
Yeah. We're just punching the webcams, imagining punching each other.
Michael is going to keep you apart on the screen here so that there's no actual physical violence. But, we can all mellow out here. I mean, I love a good factious discussion, And,
if you need to do any confessions, Joe Darlington is available right now if you want to just talk about what you might have. Thank you.
Father Darlington, he likes.
Father Darlington, yes.
That's brilliant. David, what about you? From a lifestyle perspective, has there ever been anything Irish that you've seen that you've thought, wow, that would be cool on Bond?
Gosh, I'm thinking of an Irish actress, so I can say something funny. But I would say that, I just think Ireland in general. I would agree, and I'm not saying this to blow smoke up anybody's arse. I would say that there are so many.
Speaking of rhotic R's,
all right, I'm just getting it. Calvin's teaching me the dialect. I just think that there's so many beautiful and iconic places that lend itself, and I always love in the Bond films where they take a very iconic place and make it a very different fantasy place. Like, it's not the place that they're talking about, it's something else. Montenegro, versus Jamaica. And I would love them to do that with Ireland. So maybe they don't call it Ireland, but it's filmed in Ireland. And there's so many beautiful places. And now we have an announcement. I would call it official since it's one of the producers saying that the UK is going to be the home of Bond 26, where they produce and film it. So why not take a page from what, Broccoli and Harry Saltzman did and film in your backyard, which is Ireland. They've already done pieces elsewhere. So again, not to placate the group, not because it's St. Patrick's Day, but I would love that. I will tell you after my visit there, and I'll rub this in, Joe, because you definitely need to get there. Ireland,
does Calvin.
Ireland has a green, like everybody warns you, not warns you. They talk about this green of the mountains, of the grass. And as a tourist, you go there, you go, yeah, whatever, green, green, green. And they're not lying. There is such a green, like it's a different level of beauty and green. And I think the Irish people, although probably the most self-deprecating culture I've ever met, where they literally said the only happy Irish person is an unhappy Irish person. I found them to be all the most lovely people. So lovely.
Listen, we didn't get Samuel Beckett and Brendan Behan and James Joyce for being happy fuckers. I'll tell you that much.
That's true. I love a Bond channel where I can swear. This is
sorry, we shouldn't. My father's probably listening to this. He doesn't realize I swear.
Calvin's channel, I got to be like the Disney family. I mean, it's just terrible.
For fuck's sake.
Oh, nice. Actually, I want to give a shout out to some of the comments. Thomas Ryan has insisted. Thomas has obviously had a couple of beers past him at this point. He's demanding that all the guests do an Irish accent. And I also want to say, you need to get there. It is. We need to get Irish accents or Brosnan impressions. Also want to say shout out to the Swiss Club who've jumped in and say hello. Also, merci vielmals. How nice to see you, Swiss Club. Congratulations on your 30th year, by the way. The Swiss Club is 30 years in existence this year, so big shout out to them. I'm hoping to do something to join them in their celebration later on this year. There they go. Happy St. Patrick's Day from Club Schweiz. So, Joe, what about you? Have you got anything in the pipeline coming down? Are you? I know we always ask you this. We always ask Joe, when's the new book coming out? Right? My father's just after writing, I heard that in the comments. Wow. Hello, Dad. How are you? Oh, can we do a quick shout out to my father? Actually, he turned 81 2 days ago.
Oh, wow. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
And happy returns.
Cheers.
And he listens to our pod regularly, and he came and he showed up. We actually we hung out with him one evening in Kilkenny. John was there as well, John Lennon, and we had some great fun. And he was fascinated by the depth of let's say commitment to James Bond, nice. Details and nerves. So it was great. It was great fun. So yeah,
much crack, Mike. Much crack.
Much crack. There you go.
Crack up your arse.
Oi.
By the way, can we do a quick?
He's gone off the rails.
Joe, are you still on your first Guinness?
No, I am not.
All right, good man, because I'm switching to number 2. And Rob, you've got to be on number 3 or 4, right? I know it's rude to count, but here. Oh yes,
nice.
And he's doing the German 3. That's the right.
Now we know.
Inglourious Bastards 3. You got to always do that 3.
Very good. Very good. It's true, actually. The Germans do that.
They do. They have to. The Swiss do that as well, right?
I don't know. I'll go and ask.
Don't act like an imposter, Paul. You're living in Switzerland.
Danielle says hello. Hi, Danielle.
Slancha.
Danielle.
How is she infiltrating my YouTube account? This is not good.
She's hacked you. I would change my password from James Bond 007 if I were.
Now she's going to have debates with Calvin. I just know it.
Okay. So what about you, David? You always have about a dozen things in the pipeline. Anything cool coming up that we can be excited about?
Very boring year. No. So this, as some people know, I've stood up my own company to focus on Bond brands and other brands and consulting work for Bond brands and doing my channel full time. So it was kind of a passion project. And since Danielle's on, she can attest or not, are we going to be okay to do this? And she said, yes, let's do it. And so we're traveling the world this year. We're going to Australia and Italy, London a few times, Jamaica a few times, different places to really fly the Bond flag. And I could not be happier. And tomorrow will be my 10th week doing it. And it has been nothing but pleasure. For 24 years, I've been working with these brands as kind of like a hobby. And I was always wondering, would they really embrace me in a different vein? And they've been amazing. So we've got 9 different brands that have already become clients. And
wow,
it's been fun. And Danielle and I are going to see the world and see Bond fans that we've never met before. I'm saying it almost in an emotional way. It's not the one Guinness, trust me. It is. I will tell people, if you have a chance to follow your passion, you will be successful at it. And it's not because money is the equity of life, because it's not. It's joy. It's waking up and not hearing a chief financial officer yell in your ear. And in my positions in corporate America, all I heard was bad news, unfortunately. But, dealing with people like you guys, it's been fantastic. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing.
That's nice. And a big congratulations to you, because you mentioned it at the start of the year to me when I met you and Danielle, and you were curious to how it was going, but how it would go for you. But it's clearly always up and to the right here, so that's fantastic. And you're going to Australia. I love Australia. I can't wait to go back someday to Australia. It's a fantastic.
Where have you been in Australia?
Well, when I was young, I did so English and Irish had a weird, sort of a cozy relationship with Australia in the sense that they were giving them 12-month visas to come and just travel around and work. So you could work, you couldn't work, I think, longer than 3 months in one spot. So the idea was just to get, that level of tourism. And so I did a year around Australia when I was about 24, I think. And it was actually during that trip I made my way up back through Malaysia, Thailand, and I went to James Bond Island in Thailand. Ooh. And I also saw in Malaysia, I was like, there's a lot of Guinness trucks around here. And then I realized that in Asia, Guinness is brewed in Malaysia, hence there's a connection there. So there's a little factoid for you.
Wait, that's a big pop of a balloon. What?
Yeah. They brew Guinness in Malaysia for the Australasia market.
Okay,
there you go. So potentially that's why they had the Guinness tie-in with Man with the Golden Gun. I don't know, but
by the way, can I ask a question of the club and Rob too? Because I think I know from Calvin and Joe. Are you all going to be in London in October and November for the Cue the Music? Is everybody going to that?
Good question.
Yes.
I'll head over. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Can't wait.
Turn up the pub, Rob.
Yeah.
So is that actually any better? Does that sound any better?
It does actually, yeah.
You did the cancellation. You did the cancel.
Right. So do you know what my technology had done? Like, it decided that my iPhone was a ambient mic, so it was running it was just capturing everything around. Like, that's so weird. Anyway, no, I'm actually not there in October. I have stuff going on, but I'm hoping to there's all sorts of stuff I want to drop in on. The Cue the Music, like. This is the most shameful thing of me to say, I think, in the Bond communities, which I've never managed to see Cue the Music. It's just always been on occasions when I've not been able to do it. Or, I've got 3 young kids. So obviously weekends are kind of, out of bounds, so to speak. But no, it's just like, and I've always I've been in touch with them. I love them to bits. Like, watch everything they do, support everything they do, but I've never been able to actually go to one. And now it's got to this point where it's like it's almost become the unattainable myth for me to actually go and see them now. It's almost too much for me to bear. So it's going to get broken at some point. But I do know that I have to miss the October one. So yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm not going to be there for it.
Well, Rob, now is a good time for us to reveal that when you go home, they are in fact set up on your lawn, ready to play.
Yes, just what I wanted.
That's awesome.
Oh no! I was so ready, and I feel like I really betrayed myself there by coming clean on it because. Oh, you go, David, because I'm going to have to go to the bar in a minute as well. The actual bar.
Yeah. What do we all have? You're getting this round, Rob. Is it for us? Yeah. What are we getting?
Yeah. Honestly, that was so in my head before my iPhone made this an ambient thing. That was the plan. Like, hey, we're in the pub. We're going to be, anyway. I've got to say, this has been one of the most highbrow chats I've had. In Bond, we talked about, we busted myths.
Intellectual.
Honestly, it's been so good. I've loved every minute of it, guys. Thank you. Thanks for having me on board.
Well,
we should also give.
Sorry, go on, Sean.
Cue the Music a wee shout because they're coming to Belfast the week after London, so we have to give the guys a shout out for that. So it's going to be brilliant. Yeah, it's going to be amazing.
Maximum respect to them as well because they kept saying to me. Warren was saying, we get a lot of support from Irish people. We really want to take it to Ireland. And I know they actually tried to get it to Dublin as well, but it's not easy. And they're kind of managing it all on their own. So the fact that they're going to Belfast and in a beautiful spot in Belfast as well. So huge shout out to them. We'll be there in droves. It's going to be brilliant. Can't wait to see them. So it'll be twice in quick succession for us because we'll go to the London one. And then the Belfast one as well. It's going to be brilliant. It's going to be really
it'll give me a complete week of absolute tiredness. I've got, same as last year, I've got Cue the Music in London, fly back to Belfast, drive down to Dublin, fly out to America, come back.
It'll be America. A grand tiredness, though, Andy, won't it?
I will say for those that are coming the Halloween weekend for Cue the Music, which is kind of unique and unusual, make sure you sort of rest ahead of time, because this time it is 3 days of things going on. So there'll be things on Friday. There'll be things now set up on Saturday. And of course, Sunday's the big event, big entree. So it's going to be righteous.
Yeah. That's going to be amazing. So apart from Rob, is everyone else going to be there? Oh, and I want to give us just to delve into the comments quickly, because Michael O'Donovan has jumped in. By the way, if you don't know who Michael O'Donovan is, he is a big supporter of James Bond Club Ireland. He's got his own TikTok/Instagram where he reviews films, and he always does it in a lighthearted way. He's really, really good. And we're going to actually be soon kind of a partnership with him where he's going to review Bond's films on behalf of James Bond Club Ireland. He's great. He says he's going to do a cruise later on this year. He's going to be taking in Miami and Nassau, and he's going to be ticking off a few Bond locations. So, Michael, if you get a chance to dive in and meet any of these guys, by all means, do it as well. He's a great lad as well. So, so what else is going on? What else is happening? Joe, have you been doing anything, like, apart from, like, have you been diving in? Have you been watching any Bond related people? Have you been on any podcasts? Is there people you're talking to, hanging out with?
Plan a whole trivia thing just the past weekend.
But that's easy enough. Yeah. I actually, it's funny. Just this morning, I literally, just sort of a funny story. I'm part of an art show in my area. There's a pretty big size art show that goes on once a year, and I'm part of the committee. And people in the committee just sort of realized that, hey, Joe's written books. Did anybody know that? And I kind of kept, that's sort of my secret life, I keep that on the down low, So they're like,
we need publishing books on the down low. Okay.
I know it's a weird, it's like my secret identity. I'm Clark Kent here, and I'm. So they kind of got it in them that I should put a display in the local library. So just this morning, I was bringing some books and some pictures over and setting up a little display, which was sort of, like I said, a little weird for me, because I feel like, does anybody in town again, my people are out there, so that was a little weird. I don't even know why I got into that. Just I thought it was kind of ironic that I was doing that this morning, but so yeah, other than that, I mean, it's been pretty quiet on my end. I really have not. I've been sort of refocusing on work these days, and so it's been a little quiet on the Bond front. But I always tell people, I said, if you're gonna invite me onto your show, I'm game, because I'm so busy doing. That's easy. I could do that real quick.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of the things that's nice, I think, is linking in with people and making connections, and they want to be involved with your stuff and you want to be involved with them. Rob, I mean, we've been chatting so much with Tom and the guys, and we've kind of we're like almost a sister group to the
honestly,
guys at this point.
Yeah. So so Tom speaks so highly of you guys, and tonight he was like, I cannot believe that you've not had the chance to properly meet these guys yet. So when the planets aligned, and I was like, right, I'm coming on, I've got to make this work, and obviously it's St. Patrick's Day, everything is because so now I'm down, I've got to go sort this out in a minute. But it was like, this is extremely cool. But no, I think I love that big family vibe. We're a family, aren't we? And that's definitely, we're in this because we've got a common love of this absolutely incredible entity, this incredible thing that has enthralled us since we were kids. I mean, how privileged are we that we get that? Honestly, I can't think, how lucky am I get to come out and have a few beers, albeit virtually, with a bunch of like-minded people, and talk about it. Have we talked about Bond at all tonight? That's
the thing. Sorry to disappoint Bond fans.
But how cool is it? It's just completely cool, and I think this universe is absolutely awesome. I really do. I mean the Bond universe. I don't mean the big picture universe. That was a little broad. I pitched that a little broad.
That's pretty cool,
what I mean?
Too.
Yeah.
It is quite cool. The actual universe is cool. Yeah.
Rob's got a really great point, because I think spouses and significant others that come out to these events or vacations or locations, whatever it is, they get very nervous that it's going to be a bunch of guys doing Sean Connery accents and talking about Bond and doing this. And that falls away so quickly. It's like that's the key to get in. And then once you're in, you talk about everything else and people are so much more dimensional than just James Bond. It's just, this is our tribe, though. This is what we're connected by. That's all.
I'm actually going to cut in there, because I love that word, this is our tribe, because instinctively I am not very tribal. And yet I love that this is our tribe, because there's a connection, and it's like, I don't want to get any, it's always when you have a beer and you start getting a little bit philosophical, but like, it certainly has been so healthy for me just to meet other dudes and just chinwag and just talk about seeing Octopussy when you're a kid.
Paul's 2 sips away from telling us all how much he loves us.
I love you, Wendy. Give us a big hug. Scotland, you're my brother. Come on.
Scotland is free.
Hey, Paul, look at the shade that Danielle's throwing at you, by the way. That's not me.
Irishman living in Switzerland. Danielle, how dare you reveal my secrets? I was pretending I was in County Wexford over here, and you have.
Wait, are you drinking a Mexican beer, Paul?
Mexi Guinness. No, I was the last time. The last time we chatted, I was drinking Corona, and yes, I got.
It was very confusing.
Yeah.
By the way, props to Danielle for knowing Sláinte.
Oh, no. Danielle she's the cunning linguist in the group, because she knows so many languages. I can't pick anything up. I feel isolated. We spent 3 weeks in Switzerland, and she was like, I was like the Tower of Babel, and she was there. And she's also a German citizen, so she's got that going for
German
her
too. Even though she's speaking of self-deprecating, she won't admit to it, but her German is good.
It is good.
Yeah. By the way, Tom Pickup from Really 007, who thinks so highly of us, gave us up to watch Stockport versus Northampton. Shade on you, Mr. Tom.
No, poorly. Shade. You can't give him shade. He's right. So you know, I've known. So I've known Tom since we were 11, and we revealed our sort of like mutual love for Bond at a very early point, not long after that. And we got to experience GoldenEye on the big screen together at the age of 12. And it was just it was seismic, between, like we were talking about the brotherhood that emerges and that kind of stuff. That was really seismic. He's the dude, he's the man. And he is the absolute lifeblood. Seriously, like we're all like, on Really 007, we're all really lucky to do what we do, because we're like total nerds. So like some of the interviews that we have already in the can, like, are with people that, like, they're saying to us, and I hope this comes across. I hope I'm not betraying any confidences to my brothers on Really 007, but like sometimes the guests are like, why on earth are you talking to us? we don't deserve to be like, and we're like, you're exactly who we want to talk to, like precisely who we want to talk to, so yeah. And this all comes from John is brilliant at digging out people. He finds people brilliantly, and Tom is just the nicest man in the room, in every room.
Yeah,
he's a complete dude. Yeah,
very warm. And he came over and visited us. He brought a crew over, and kind of unexpected, you said, you know what, these guys are just across the water. He came over, and we went to a screening together, and we went out, had a few beers afterwards, and it was just, we were just like, who are these North of England dudes that are just so embracing, and so much so that there is, Sean O'Hare, I'm looking at you, and Andy Watson, there is footage of us dancing in a nightclub late at middle-aged men.
That is definitely Tom doing that. That is Tom at the end of the night. Tom always wants to go to the nightclub. Like I'm like ready to go home for cocoa and slippers. Like he is like, no boys, come on, no boys.
Yeah,
and it's been like that since the beginning. Yeah,
There's
you
a
were-
legal
yeah.
agreement.
And our
footage is
Coco and
subscriber
Silver's
only
two
content.
nice girls, are they?
But I also want to take a time to just give a quick shout out to some of the other clubs who've been super supportive. 007 GB, for example, have been really great. Both their current president and former president, Phil Dewhurst, who's been helping me out with a bit of a podcasting that we're working on. So shout out to him. Congratulations to him as well on his new baby. But there are just so many people, the German guys, the Swiss guys, who I have yet, as Danielle just pointed out, as I'm living here, I have yet to do something in conjunction with them. But there will be a Swiss-Irish, some kind of shenanigans going forward. We're trying to get a little Irish crew to Shilthorn for a trip in 2027. So I'm revealing that here now. But I can fit you all here in this. Look, 17 of you would fit in that small bed there, right?
Paul, I've got the perfect timing. So they are reopening. They're reopening certain aspects of Piz Gloria again. Now that they've refurbed it, they had to rebuild the foundation and redid Bond World, which is not Bond World anymore, and the new transportation line. So they're going to have a kickoff party for that. That should be when all the Irish folks come over for that. So I'll let you know dates shortly.
I did not know that. That's amazing. All right, lads. Well, if you weren't motivated, look at Kevin. He's
I have a big birthday coming up next year. I've already started the prep for that in terms of I think I'm going to go somewhere and do something really cool and exciting.
No, you have to do that.
Now we're going to do it. It's on. Yeah. We're all coming
to it.
Paul, can I ask you a question, or Sean, or Andy, or Kev? Is there any? Can we tempt you all to maybe have a wee or small gathering when we're over in October, even just to go get together for a pub? The Irish fan club, is hosting a pub event. Meet at this pub at this time. We'll have a couple drinks together.
What an amazing idea!
Oh well, if we must, I suppose.
Yeah. If we must, says Andy. Yeah. That's an amazing idea. So we could pick a place in London and do an Irish pub in London. That is a fantastic idea.
Yeah,
Sean, you're the only one who understands the word organization.
Calvin, are you there? If we have that,
Calvin, you sorted out.
Absolutely. Oh my God, yeah. No, I was just thinking about Irish pubs in London. There must be plenty.
We'll find one. There's loads. We'll find it very quickly. Don't worry.
There's Patio Shaddies, Patio Shaddies, or Shaddies O'Paddies. There's Paddy Whack,
Paddy O'Whackery. Yeah,
Maxie O'Connor's.
Like a Paddy Whack. Give the dog.
Paddy Whack is next to Knickknacks.
Knickknacks.
I went to an Irish pub here. I have an American friend who lives in the same building, and we started playing rugby with our kids, and the Rugby Six Nations Championship has been on recently, which is a big thing in Europe. And they were going to show one of the games in this Irish pub, and I said, "Come on down, I'll show it." And he's a big American footballer. He played American footballer as a youth. So we were there, and he was asking me 6,000 questions, and I was like, and like he reached the perimeter of my knowledge of rugby extremely quickly. And I also, by the way, it was the Wales match, and like the genius that I am, I showed up in a red shirt at the Irish pub, and everybody was like, "Who's the Welsh dude?" And I'm like, "Oh no." But it's just fun, Irish pubs. I tend to steer away from them when I'm abroad, just because.
Oh, sure.
Why would I want to go to an Irish pub? But if you want a good gathering, you want some fun, and you've got an excuse like that, I think we should definitely do it. David, that was a brilliant suggestion.
Yes,
we'll get on that. Sean, you're the one who understands what organization means. Could you help me lead that one?
I'll sort it out. Don't worry. Yeah, I'll sort it out and come back, and we'll let everybody know
Just
when and where. Yeah.
Quick one on the comments as well. John Gagan has piped in from, I think he said, was it Norway or Finland?
He's in Finland.
He's in Finland. Yeah. He's busy skiing down the slopes, saying things like, he said he hopes the man with the golden gun poster with the Guinness got mentioned. Sure did, John. You weren't tuned in. It sure definitely did. And I can't remember what other comments we've had, but there's some brilliant ones coming in. So thank you to all those who have joined us and have sent in comments. This is brilliant as well, because Calvin said to me, he said, "Yeah, I'll probably stay on for about 30 minutes or so." And he's here for 50 minutes and no sign of leaving yet. He's
enjoying myself too much.
Yeah, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. So yeah, I mean, I want to give a shout out to you guys, because each and every one of you on here, Rob, I mean, I include really 007 as a group, but each and every one of you has served as a kind of a mentor to us as a group as we've been growing, and many more as well. But like, we've learned so much. I mean, nobody can imitate what any of you guys do. Like, nobody can be a Calvin Dyson. I mean, he's unique and brilliant, and David as well. But like, just the time that you've given to us, and what you do, and how you're kind of just like, just show your cards, be yourself, do your Bond thing, and you know, if you build it, they will come. And it's been fun. People have really reacted to that, and we've really enjoyed being part of that Bond community. And
the only thing
I'm so excited.
The only thing I said to you,
I am.
Don't be afraid of doing badly. Like, don't be afraid of like screwing up. Like, I think so many people have paralysis by analysis. Like, Rob couldn't know when he went to the pub that there was going to be so much background noise you couldn't hear me speak right now. But there we are.
Thanks, David. I think I just blew snot into my beer from that.
Oh God, it's gone greener.
Big. When we fall, we have to fall forward, and there's nothing wrong with that.
There is nothing. Forward is good.
I couldn't agree more with that. Like, I think what is very, very obvious is that like the people like present tonight are in this for the right reasons. You know, like, it's a love of the thing that we're here for. You know, like, it's like there are wonderful bonds being forged, no pun intended. But like, it's because the right reasons are being, you know, like, it's because we love the damn thing. You know, it's not because we're here because like we're trying to farm engagement or like try and develop, you know, like, or whatever, or crash through. Like, I don't think any of us are like under any sort of like disillusion with that. It's like we just want to connect and like to talk about this thing that we really, really like, and being in it for the right reasons. I think actually you become very honest through that as well. You know, like, I couldn't so I'm no poker player. You would not see me around the table in Casino Royale. Like, so there is absolutely no chance that I could pretend to be something I'm not. Like, I am an absolute grade A goofball, and I know this. And like, but I'm very happy about it. Like, so, you know, like, I know.
Acknowledge that Joe just did an Irish goodbye. Is that racist?
He did, didn't he? The cheeky bugger.
He did it so well.
Just moved around, and you're looking around there going, right, who's gone? Who's left?
That is genius. I love that he did it on St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah. It wasn't on the high end of the scale, because we noticed fairly quickly that
the whole cameras shifted around.
But you know, he still managed to accomplish it. Well done.
Kevin's schooling me on this. All right, good point. Good point.
But hey, go
obviously, I'm thinking I must have said something crucially offensive.
Here comes the Irish.
I was so worried. So worried.
Joe, that is my move. How dare you take my move?
Totally, absolutely. I had an alarm go off on my phone, and I didn't even realize. Like, all of a sudden, I couldn't hear anything anymore.
Oh, isn't it nice to know we all know?
I was thinking, like, what did I say that was so offensive? I'm so sorry. Brother, I'm sorry.
I said I lost my place. I was in the Alice in the center square.
Calvin is front and center now. Oh my gosh.
I know I've got a really good spot now. I'm not moving.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, yeah. You can't leave now.
You can't go to the bar.
By the way, Paul and gang, we have a couple suggestions from the comments about different Irish pubs within England. So maybe London. We have.
Talking about the pubs, I just had a quick Google search while you were talking earlier. What a great name for one that I've just found in central London, Waxy O'Connor's.
Yeah. Waxy is a very good pub, actually. I've been there a few times. It's a great place.
Yeah. Please, can I suggest that the finest Guinness I've ever had is in the Toucan in London is the one. Ooh. That is just, it's the one.
Yeah, let's get a good
also,
look it out.
Yeah. Oh, so my dad texted me from there, and he said, "I've just spoken to this fella," and he sent me a picture of the fella, and I was thinking, like, no, Dad, give over, you know, like, and it was Jason Momoa. So apparently he knows that that's a good spot for Guinness. So
it is
like,
it's in Last Night in Soho, the Edgar Wright film. It's a very key location in that movie. It's, yeah. No, it's quite an institution. It's been there for such a long time. I think Margaret Nolan, who was in Goldfinger, features as the bar lady in the film of the Toucan.
Wow.
So it's Sharing a little Bond connection. Dinah Riggs also in the film. I think it was both of their final films, but
yeah, I think it was.
Yeah. Thomas Ryan says it's the best place for Guinness in London. As Tom says it, I totally agree with it. It's got to be right.
We have a venue.
Sean, as soon as you organize it, let us know. We'll put it up on our channels, and we'll get 275 people there to enjoy a thing of Guinness.
Did you notice
Hey,
that, Sean?
I think the two can
no longer
accommodate
speaking
four.
to me.
I know.
Yeah. But they've all gone, right, we're just going to talk
Cut
to
out the
Sean,
middleman.
'cause Sean is obviously the one who can do things here, you know. In fact,
The best thing is Sean will organize the research as well. So, and that often is the best part of the whole thing, is the research that we will be doing on these pubs.
6 categories of pub based on atmosphere, quality of pint, chat, potential. Yeah, volume.
I only said that, Paul, because you told me on a call that you said was private, and I shouldn't say to anybody that Sean was the brains of the outfit. That's the only reason why.
Jesus Christ, David! Why?
Only reason.
Don't know about that.
Michael, can you cut
Kev is
David
the
out?
creative, Andy's the muscle, and Sean is the brains. That's what you said, and you bring nothing to the table. That's what you said.
Looks, I don't know.
Yeah, don't. No.
You're pushing it, Paul.
Look, to a group of middle-aged men, that doesn't sell. I agree. Look, I think that's an excellent idea, and it's something to look forward to as well. You know, because there's always a lot going on, and we've never been at the spearhead of it. Now we can say the Irish event is on, so that would be brilliant. So great. So we're coming up on the hour. Is there any? I mean, do we have any more comments, Michael? Is there anything coming out there? Paddy's Day is just a massive lie, says Michael. We've all been wasting our time. Thank you, Michael, for that. Yeah, that's brilliant. I'm having a great time. I would like to thank everyone for being on. I mean, what's next for you guys? Is there anything we should be really 007? What are you guys planning? Have you got anyone cool coming on your pods? What should we be looking out for?
Yeah, we have some very, very cool. We have an extremely cool interview being filmed and recorded on Thursday, but I am definitely not at liberty to say, because what Tom likes to do with us as well is he likes to just ambush us with when they're out. So we don't, we'll find out when the thing that we recorded maybe 8-10 months ago is out, because I don't know, iTunes will announce a new episode and it's so we don't actually know. Right. Tom knows, we don't know. So no, we got some lovely things coming out. I'm really trying. I'm terrible for spoilers as well, so I'm really trying not to.
Well, here, have another cup of Guinness and then come back to us.
What I can say is we are halfway through our recording our review of Moonraker. And last time that we got together to record this review, so like our the detail is getting ridiculous. So the Quantum of Solace review was 20.5 hours long, and that is absurd, frankly. But
I don't think Daniel Craig was on the film that long.
So in Moonraker, we did this, and this bit that we were talking about was when we meet Drax, as you know, and moments later we meet Chang, and then there's the then we move ahead to the centrifuge. So we were recording for 3 hours, and we did 4 minutes of screen time. Whoa, so that tells you how in depth this one is going to be in. I think actually, yeah. And we're just languishing and savouring everything. Like, look at his lapels here, aren't they outstanding? You know, like that kind of thing. Like, there's an intervention needed at some point. I don't think it's coming anytime soon.
From the costume designer, it'll be like, lads, seriously, you need to get a life. Look at the lapels. Come on. No, but I agree. It's amazing.
It is. Do you know, like, now we've started, like, you can't turn it off.
They are good lapels, though. Let's be honest.
Let's say hi to some of the people who are listening. That one bun guy on the West Coast. Hi, he says it's the best way to spend St. Patrick's Day. Well, that's lovely to hear. Also, I'd like to say hi to Patrick Higgins. Also, Patrick Mulvihill gave us a shout out from Limerick. Now, I am from Limerick, and he says up Limerick, so that's great. And also, I can't help getting there's a picture out there. with Daniel Craig when he did. Do you remember he did a play with Ruth Negga in New York? And she is she's an Irish actress. She comes from Limerick, and at the time they were doing it, Limerick GAA, which is the Irish field sport of this hurling, which is this slapping a ball around with a stick. That is, they were in the Limerick were in the All Ireland final, and she got Daniel Craig to wear a Limerick GAA hat, and I get this absurd sense of nostalgia when I see that. I'm like, go on, Limerick, which is weird because I'm not really that. There it is, there it is.
So
Look,
cool.
with the Limerick GAA hat. Well done, Kevin.
That's amazing.
So yeah, so fair play to Daniel Craig and to Ruth Negga for that. So those are amazing. And to also we should say hello to Neil and Steve from to live and die in LA. Those guys are just such legends.
Good guys.
And we did a chat with them, which is out today on the pod as well.
It was a really good chat too. I caught it for lunchtime. It was amazing.
Thank you, Dave. I mean, you're a busy dude and you always listen to our stuff. That's really, really nice. And I mean, he's great, and he talks a lot about how they do their screenings and stuff like that. So, it's
on
great
right now. There he is, NRM 77.
Okay.
Hey man,
there he is. Speaking of
hello, Neil. How are? Hey, there he is.
And by the way,
How's it going?
behind the scenes, I will say this, and they didn't ask me to say this, but it came out in the interview that you have on YouTube. They are just the most genuine, sweetest guys. And I know that sounds weird to say, but we are organizing a rather complicated weekend here in the United States. It is the 20th anniversary celebration for the United States of Casino Royale in conjunction with a theater that is owned by Amazon, right? So a lot of magnification, read between the lines when I say that. So, and they have been just so supportive in dealing with, unfortunately, what Joe has had to deal with when we do events, which is my like fastidiousness of like, oh, it's got to be this, and the carpet needs to look like that, but they're the sweetest guys, and they do this for the love of it. I mean, truly everything that they do, and just really great guys.
I have my eye on that weekend. I have nothing confirmed yet.
Oh yeah, Paul, are you coming over for California? Because in Switzerland you told me you. Oh shit, sorry.
I'm shoveling my Swiss shekels into a tiny little pot. Look.
What happened to the Irish GoFundMe?
This is my piggy bank, and it's up to there. When it gets to there,
up to there with Guinness.
I that is my ambition, TBD. But I would love to get there because it's been a while since I've been out west, and it's amazing. That whole group is amazing. It would be great fun. So let's see. Watch
it's brilliant. Space. It's brilliant to listen to what the guys do, because what they put on is huge compared to, like, we do screenings, but like we get maybe 10, 15, 20 people, which is great for us. But to see how the guys go about it and the guests they can bring to it, and yes, they're in probably a perfect location, for want of a better word, but it's great inspiration to see what they can do, and we're going to try and replicate a bit more of that here, and maybe make more an event of our screenings as well. So it's great insight on how they get about it. Neil was you're right, David. What a lovely guy. I have to say, lovely.
Yeah, his infection is enthusiasm. His enthusiasm is infectious. There's the beer talking. I did a spoonerism, but yeah, it's.
By the way,
really
for those that aren't from Ireland, what Sean was saying was he really thinks they're nice guys too. For those of you from
closed captions will appear at the bottom of the screen.
I only know that because of Google Translate. Thank God.
Yeah,
no.
We love,
Sean, I love your
accent.
It makes a change, David. It's normally me that has to translate, so I'll sit back.
See, but this is the weird thing, Andy. I've always been able to understand you perfectly. I don't know what it is. Maybe my ear is attuned. What part of Ireland are you from?
Me, I'm not from Ireland.
Where are you from?
I'm from Scotland.
Well, that's why I understand.
I'm from Scotland.
What? The Scottish I'm fine with.
I keep saying this. I've said it on several of our pods.
He's our plastic Paddy.
Quota.
Yeah, he's the diversity
quota.
Every time I close my eyes and I hear Andy, I think of the Sorting Hat. Like he's going to say like Hufflepuff or something like that to me. I would be Hufflepuff. I'm just calling it right now.
No, you're married to an Irish woman in Belfast. Is that not correct?
Well, near Belfast, yeah. It's what the thing is. You marry a wee Irish girl, and they won't leave home. So
that's true. Yeah, that's true. That's great. But so we do have our token Scotsman in the group. It's great. Really, 007 is giving us an update that nobody cares about some football team winning.
Oh my gosh!
Just broke steam.
No, this guy does. This guy does. Yeah.
Michael, can you mute Rob there?
Tom is there tonight. That is awesome.
Now, I just want to just for the administrative point of view, we are over time, so no shade on anyone who wants to drop off. We completely understand it. We're happy to let it run a little bit more because we're having a good time, we're having a laugh. But you can drop off at any time. If you'd like to stay on, please do. We're gonna we'll be happy to have you, because we're going to continue chatting. I want to talk. I
do have to jump off. Sorry, Paul. Sorry to interrupt you. I do need to jump off.
Don't apologize. You've already spent 50% more time on here than you said you would. We love having you.
I promised my partner we'd watch a couple of episodes of Hacks before bed, and I feel like I've already deprived him of at least one of those couples. So I'm going to go and do that.
What's his name again? You told me his name and I forgot it.
Arnis. So Arnis. It's Latvian.
Please say hi to him. And
I'll tell him to say hi.
Thank him for letting us borrow you for the evening. All right, so enjoy.
Oh no, this has been fun. Honestly, thank you so much for organizing this. It's been
great to see you.
Really nice to see you, Captain. Really good to see you, Calvin.
Lovely to see you as well. Take care. Enjoy the rest of the live stream, and I will be catching up tomorrow on the trivia.
Take care, man.
Good luck when you get to that. See you.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye. So I forgot what I was going to say. Sean, I know I shouldn't do this, and I know this is terrible, but can you give us a teaser about what you're working on for the group? Just a little one, because I think it'd be exciting for people to hear.
Yes, this is terrible, Paul. Thank you. But,
you're very welcome. I put you right on the spot here.
Here's the spot. There's the spot just there that he's put you on.
Yeah. Just give us a hint. You don't need to.
Yeah, no. Doing a bit of background at the minute, and we're going to try and do a bit of a documentary, and then maybe a podcast episode on the career of Martin Grace, the stuntman who is from Ireland but was Roger Moore's stuntman for all of Roger's films. So it's a great connection between Bond and Ireland. So doing a bit of a deep dive into that at the minute, working with a couple of Bond alumni and very important people in the Bond universe. So I'm hoping to bring that to everybody real soon. We'll want to put more of a focus on the likes of Martin and the stunts of the James Bond films. So really looking forward to bringing that to everybody, hopefully soon. Hopefully.
So that'll be nice. Yeah, it's nice, and you've managed to work with a few really nice people, and it's been very exciting. I mean, when you start meeting and talking to people who've been working in those films, and also the likes of Anders and those legends who are
Anders
so
has been
supportive.
brilliant. Yeah.
That's going to be exciting.
As long as you can understand what I'm saying, hopefully you can.
It's just me and my tin ear. That's all it is.
We've hired an actor by the name of Pierce Brosnan, who
young fella.
Yeah.
So that'll be exciting when it finally gets released to everybody. So it's a work in progress at the minute. So.
It's exciting, and I want to give a shout out to AJ Chowdhury as well, who's been more than influential and encouraging us. He's like, do that sort of stuff, do that kind of stuff where you're uncovering stuff that may have been touched on before, but may need a refresh. May need. It's kind of that what he calls journalistic. I mean, I'm reluctant to refer to ourselves anywhere in the ballpark of the word journalism, but if we're going uncovering facts and uncovering stories that is connected to Bond and connected to the whole thing, that's fun, and he's been great with supporting us on that, So we love it. So that's really it. So guys, should we do this ridiculous quiz or shall we leave it? We have 6 questions on our quiz, and it really is for when you're 2 to 3 points deep, because it ranges from the insanely simple to the I didn't know about
insanely simple. I think it's fair to say.
yeah, insanely simple. Okay, so feel free, those of you out there still in YouTube land, feel free to send in wrong answers only to the simple ones, and let's see if you can get the other ones. All right, so question number 1, right? Which actor played James Bond in 4 films between 1995 and 2002?
I know.
Okay, let's go to Joe Darlington. He seems very eager.
I think that's a guy named Pierce Bronson or something or other.
Pierce Bronson. That's right. Yeah, that's.
Can we allow that?
Well done. Well done.
Right, I'm just hearing my ear. Can we allow that answer?
We can. We can. We were never ones for spelling in this.
Go easy on me. I'm a beginner.
Let's go to number 2. Hulk Hogan says August Babington 15. Close, August, but not quite. But I love that as a wrong answer. That's great. Irish producer Kevin McClory was involved in a long legal battle over Bond rights. Which Bond story was at the center of that dispute?
Thunderball.
Thunderball, says David Zaritsky.
Hey, no fair. He called out. I raised my hand.
Yeah, but this is not working. We're just gonna. I mean, Rob's now back in the pub music. I mean, everything's chaos.
Yeah. Okay. So,
by the way, Paul. Speaking of chaos,
no, I'm so sorry. Had I not? Sorry.
Oh, you're fine, Rob.
Yeah, you got
it. But Paul, speaking of chaos, I don't know.
Oh, shit. He dropped off. Hilarious.
That is speaking of chaos.
Yeah.
So just
all right,
so
let's
you know,
do number 3 question, right?
That
just
means,
so you know,
that means Joe gets the point.
David is very big on the Irish goodbye, so I think that was his contribution to the Irish occasion.
Yeah. We noticed, David, it didn't work. Come back and try again.
That's actually that actually is a contradiction to the traditional Irish goodbye.
Yeah. Let's finish. Number 3. Irish actor Dermot Crowley appears in which Bond film as the Soviet officer guarding the nuclear bomb during the circus finale?
Big spoiler.
It's got to be Octopus, I would think.
That's correct.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a little bit easy. All right.
A little bit too.
Okay, Sean O'Hare has just given this answer away, but Irish stuntman Martin Grace frequently doubled for which James Bond actor in several films in the 1970s and 80s? That's correct, Andy Watson. Very good. Bond creator.
You were very accurate here. Like this quiz does get harder. Like in very recognizable increments.
It was quick. It was quick to get hard. Yeah. Here we go. Bond creator Ian Fleming often passed through which Irish airport on transatlantic journeys in the 1950s? Now, if you've been watching Ian Fleming official on Instagram, you'll have heard this today because they actually published a reference to this story.
We also mentioned it in a previous podcast. Just saying.
We have done. We're clearly copying from us, but that's fine. We're totally okay with that.
So you can have a guess of airports in Ireland. That's the word where you can start with.
There's only 4 of them or something like that.
4 or 5 main of them anyway.
Yeah.
I'll give you a clue. It's not Dublin.
Oh, look, we've stumped them. We've stumped them now. Shall we give them the answer?
Go ahead.
The answer is Shannon Airport.
Shannon.
And if you look it up, if you look up the Ian Fleming Publications Instagram post, quite a funny story. Or indeed, our podcast where we talk about diamonds of forever. The 1967 Bond film Casino Royale was filmed partly in which Irish county? Doubling is Scotland, Andy Watson. Doubling 4, I should say. The answer is Wicklow. All right. There was our semi-easy, semi-difficult Bond quiz to wrap up our St. Patrick's Day celebration.
Well played.
Our live stream for James Bond Club Ireland. I want to thank everyone for joining us. Personally, I had a real hoot. It was great fun. And thank you very, very much. I hope we can do this again. If there's one takeaway we have from this, it's going to be we're going to have a real live Irish event in London in October. So that's nice. Sean O'Hare. We're going to get on that together and work that out. Kev, you know the pub we have to talk to as well. So
we'll do some very good in research, and if anyone wants to join us in that research, please let us know.
Please do. Yes, London.
You're very welcome to help us find these pubs.
All right. I think we're going to let it there. So thank you very much for joining us. We've had a great time. Thank you, Patrick Higgins. I'm glad you had some great crack. That's really fantastic. Thanks, everyone, for watching. And thanks, Neil. And I guess this will be recorded and out soon on YouTube, so you can watch it anyway at your leisure. In the meantime, happy St. Patrick's Day and good night.
Cheers, folks.
Thank you, Jen.
Cheers, Rob. See you later. Good luck.